You could feel the tension in the air before the gun even fired. Two titans, one lane each. No backing down. Marileidy Paulino, the Olympic champion with ice in her veins. Salwa Eid Naser, the comeback queen with something to prove. And what unfolded in Miami at the 2025 Grand Slam track was nothing short of epic.
Safely away, everybody, around this first turn. Naser has started quickly. Paulino's going to try and hang on to her, and also gone out pretty quickly Alexis Holmes, as she likes to as well. Amber Anning in lane 3 got some room to make up. There's a big gap between Price and the athletes outside her, so Anning's going to have to check off that. Now, look at this. Naser out there in lane 7 has gone through the first 200 meters incredibly quickly. Paulino hanging on. Holmes is right there. Amber Anning looks as though others are starting to chase her down. Whitaker has really come through in lane 1, and as that stagger starts to unfurl, we'll put her perhaps in 3rd. But it's Naser against Paulino. Paulino fighting, trying to get there, has got the momentum. Here she comes, the Olympic champion is going to get the win this time. Paulino, 49.21. Holmes maybe hung on for 3rd place there. Very tired in the last 20 meters.
She had to
too
do
hard, too fast, what do you think? Very quick through that first 200.
Well, the thing is, she knows that Naser's a closer, so she knows that she's coming. And like I said, she had to come out here and establish herself. She put the finger up at the finish line just to let y'all know, look, don't forget, I'm still that girl. And you know what? I think it was important for her to maybe lose because she'd been winning so much. So Naser had to kind of dash that cold water in her face and be like, well, who are you? And she showed us who she is today.
Time? I mean, we've had such a day today. I mean, that was about a race, though, wasn't it? As you said.
You know, I'm just looking at the time right now as we're speaking because I was caught up in the race.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal strategy. Just she stalked her around the first turn and just made sure she stayed close. She knew she could close on her, and it was a fight in that finish line. 49.21. You break 50 point.
As the race exploded out of the blocks, Naser surged ahead with her trademark power. By the 200m mark, she held a slight lead, 0.3 of a second. A lifetime in elite sprinting. But Paulino didn't flinch. She was waiting, watching, stalking. Naser, knowing Paulino closes hard, tried to create a gap early, pushing her limits through the first turn. But Paulino, calm and calculated, was biding her time. Then came the final 100 meters. That's when the war began. The crowd was on its feet. Cameras flashed. You could almost hear Paulino say, "Not today." With every stride, she chipped away at the gap. Naser's form started to wobble. You could see her arms widening, her stride breaking, the fatigue hitting like a wave. But Paulino? She surged. You could see it in her face. Fire, focus, fury. And then the finish line. Paulino stormed through in a blistering 49.21 seconds, claiming victory with authority. Naser crossed just behind her in 49.33, an incredible time, but not enough today. Paulino threw up a finger at the line, a statement heard loud and clear. "Don't forget who I am. I'm still that girl." It was a performance that sent shockwaves through the stadium. Holmes battled to take 3rd at 50.36, collapsing with exhaustion. The rest of the field trailed behind. Whitaker at 50.38, Price at 50.71, Williams at 50.76. But the night belonged to Paulino. This wasn't just a race. It was a statement. It was a clash of champions. And it was exactly what the Grand Slam track series promised. Drama, heart, and money on the line for the world's best. Organized by Olympic legend Michael Johnson, the Grand Slam track series has redefined track and field. Athletes like Paulino and Naser now compete not just for medals, but for real rewards, and fans get to witness the kind of racing that brings legends to life. With her win, Paulino secured 12 championship points, pushing her closer to Grand Slam glory. Naser earned 8 points, and maybe a reminder that the top is never safe. Paulino is already confirmed for her next appearance. She raced again Sunday, proving her hunger isn't going anywhere. But let's not forget the bigger picture. Track and field athletes are finally getting a platform that values their effort, financially and competitively. No more thankless performances. No more invisible heroes. This is a new era, and races like this prove why it's needed. Paulino's dominance today, that wasn't just speed. That was confidence, execution, and fire, the kind that builds legacies. If you missed it, you missed one of the best 400m battles of the year. But don't worry, this is just the beginning. Subscribe now and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a second of the action. Because if tonight was any indication, the 2025 track season is about to go wild.